Alright, so I got a comment asking if I can do a damage constructor build for 160 missions. So yeah, that's what this video is dedicated towards. Um, Before I continue on, if you'd like to support me, then please use supported creator code Stockings in the item shop. It would really mean a lot. And if you want to join my Discord server, then there's a link down below, as well as other fun links like that are useful, like Fortnite DB and the Save the World timeline. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll continue on with the video. So the thing about damage constructors is that damage constructors, I'm not talking about constructors that are meant for going constructor. I'm talking about like constructors that are meant for like the base to do damage, right? Such as heavy base or such as Thunder Thora, right? And they're not bad. They are pretty solid, especially in lower power level zones, right? But the issue is that they just fall off like a cliff in the 160s. Their damage, especially in the commander slot, is just it's still not that impressive. And I think I don't want to showcase a build with Thunder Thora or Heavy Base Kyle in the 160s because I think it's just bad, and I don't want to force a bad build down your guys' throat. So that's why we're doing the tried and true base Kyle in the lead with that lofty architecture, just almost doubling the health on all of our buildings affected by base. It's just too good to pass up on, especially for like a serious defense mission. So yeah, but here's a bit unorthodox than what most people are used to seeing for constructor builds, and that's Totally Rockin Out. Normally here I would have supercharged traps and like 5 constructors in my support slot to get the maximum damage from supercharged traps. But here, in case you don't know what Totally Rockin' Out is, and also about Rockin' Riff. Rockin' Riff also increases crit rating by 160 and heals health whenever it gets activated. Now what's Rockin' Riff? Rockin' Riff is something granted by the Rad heroes. Rockin' Riff increases damage by 50% and melee attacks by 32%, which is it's great. So to actually activate the team perk, we need 2 Rad heroes, right? So I chose Breakthrough Wildcat and Varsity Hero. Varsity Hero gives us a football whenever, or well, has a chance to give us a football whenever we eliminate an enemy, whether it's by trap, whether it's by ability, whether it's by weapon, right? He gives us the football, and then when we walk over the football, then it gives us Rock and Riff, which is awesome. And Breakthrough Wildcat, which I think is the more impactful one, she gives us Rock and Riff whenever we get a kill streak of 10 in 9 seconds, right? And that is super easy to get, guys, and especially in defense missions like retrieve the data or ride the lightning, right? Because there's just husks everywhere. They just spawn like roaches, right? So yeah. Because of this effect, we should have Rock and Rift pretty much permanently throughout the defense, and because we have Rock and Rift permanently, then not only are we getting a damage amplification on all of our stuff on our weapons, then we're also getting increased crit rating and healing over time, which is just fantastic. So I have Radbrader Jonesy here as well to increase our sniper critical damage by 75%, and that is because I will be using the vacuum tube bow in this water retrieve the data mission right here. Right, it's a water storm, so every elemental husk is going to be water, and nature weapons do the most damage against water enemies. So yeah, I'll be using my vacuum tube bow with a crit rate, crit damage, fire rate, reload speed with the chain lightning perk. It's just excellent. It's amazing crowd clearing while also having good single target damage at the same time. So I'm excited to use it. It's such a fun weapon to use, and yeah. But if you want to use shotguns, right, then you can use Buckshot Raptor, or if you want to use assault rifles or SMGs, then you can use Sledgehammer, right? So yeah, keep that in mind. It's just have fun with it there. I'm just using Jonesy because I'm using a bow, so which is a sniper. So yeah. And then the last 2 slots we have Power Base Nox and Mega Base Kyle. You guys know what these guys do. Bigger base, healing over time for our structures. You can just lean more into damage. This is just like a template, right, that I'm going to showcase to you guys. But if you want to lean more into damage, then be my guest. It's up to you. I'm just showing off a build that I think works good, and it works for me, right? But if you want to experiment more with this build, then go ahead. Yeah, have fun with it. You can use stuff like Ramirez or the Skull Trooper, or Redline Ramirez too if you're using snipers, or even like Headhunter as well, along with Buckshot Raptor. So yeah, but I'm using these 2 guys just so I have a sturdy defense that I know will last. So yeah. Gadgets, Banner, Slowfield. I think these 2 are just the best for solo 160s. You can use the hover turret. You can use Adrenaline Rush. You can even use the airstrike for all I know, right? But for soloing 160s, I really admire the effectiveness of the banner and the slow field, especially after the buffs they got, where they got their cooldowns reduced. Having our structures just getting them more healthy, right? Especially during like a lobber barrage or a sploder wave, right? Or a smasher wave, then the banner is just awesome at making sure that our walls don't collapse. And slow field is just excellent for crowd control. So yeah, enough talking. I will see you guys in the mission, and yeah. All right, so I'm in the mission, and yeah, this looks like a pretty, honestly, like a pretty rough area. Usually when their spawns are a bit higher than like the actual base, it can be a bit tricky, but we should be okay. Also, one question that I ask is, hold on, I think it'll be answered right now. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that pop-up right there that you see right there in the middle of my screen, that is what they call the environmental status update, and that is super important because it lets me know. Also, am I recording? Please tell me I am. Okay, cool. Yeah, it lets me know that if the storm is going to change direction throughout the defense, right? And that's super important to know because, obviously you want to make sure that you cover your ground so that you know where the husks are coming from, right? So, yeah, make sure that you take care of that, or that you pay attention when you find the data site, because it's going to tell you whether or not the storm's going to rotate. So, yeah, also I'm just clearing out some stuff right here. But normally I would cut when I have when I'm clearing out just debris, but for the purpose of the video, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support. It's been really nice getting back into making videos and stuff, and I'm just happy to be here to make content again. And yeah, it feels like the support has gotten better actually, which is kind of funny. I guess the game just got more popular or something, because I mean, the views are doing pretty nice, and I'm happy with what's been happening with the game and with the channel and stuff. So yeah, so I just want to say that. Thank you guys again. Use my code, and yeah, just clean out debris. I like using Rosie to clear out debris or use an obliterator, but I don't have anything else to say, so I'm just gonna cut until I take care of all this. Alright, we cleared out a bunch of debris, and now we're going to set up the defense. So because the storm is rotating, it might be a bit tricky than usual, so we got to account for that. Just do a little standard template that I like doing here, corners on all these, and then I like putting anti-air traps on these 4 corners, mainly for propanes and all that stuff. And then I can also put ramps here, right? But I'll see how I feel when from the spawns. Okay, so most of the spawns are going to be coming in from this direction, like northeast, and then the south as well. So let me actually take a look at the terrain here, what's going to happen. So, okay, so what I think is going to happen is that I think a lot of the husks are going to be dropping down from this area and probably hit onto this area. So I think what I can do is manipulate that a little bit. I think I can actually create like a block off, right? And then maybe like another one over here to try and deter them from actually going in this little corner to hit the defense, right? So I can build one higher, right? Because I just don't want him hitting this wall. I want him to. Oh, I guess putting a thing there would make it a bit worse, but yeah, I want him to like drop down to like down here, right? Or even drop down in this area as well. So I guess I can do another one right here, like so, and hopefully that'll be enough to get them to not hit this stuff and just walk down and go inside of here. So we're gonna upgrade all this, of course, as well to tier 3. Definitely also make sure that the walls are tier 3 as well, because propane's like throwing their tanks at the walls for sure if they don't throw it inside. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a standard template, what I'm used to doing, putting freeze traps along these compartments as well, like so. And yeah, upgrade all this. I don't think I'm gonna use the ramp, but maybe I should. Nah, you know what? Nah, I'm feeling a bit adventurous. I'm just gonna use tar pits put them around this corner, and then I'm also going to be using some wall launchers to help against any smashers that come through or any husks that come through while the freeze traps are reloading. So yeah, we're going to do some of this, right? Kind of like little mini tunnels, right? And then we're going to be setting up along the perimeter here. Now what I like doing is using ceiling electric fields in these types of missions. So yeah, the thing about healing Death Burst is that healing Death Burst can be really annoying for stuff like gas traps or broadsides, because they're more focused on like damage over time rather than big bursts of damage, whereas the ceiling electric field is pretty good at dealing just big bursts of damage up front with the zaps that it does, especially if they crit. So that's what we're going to be trying to do here. And yeah, I'm trying to make sure that they won't like just like walk over here and start bashing on the defense here. So yeah, also because we are in a water zone, right? So nature weapons will be more effective. So I will be using my nature electric fields that I have prepped here, like so, and just put them like this. I can even put them here on the inside if I wanted to, but I'm gonna try and just do them without doing that and see if that'll work. Putting them all around the perimeter here, and then here I will put. I could also, I could actually put nature wall dynamos here as well, because they do have some bursts, and I think that's actually a good idea. Why not? I can do like, I mean, like, what's the reload time on my broadside? My reload time, 8.5. What's your reload time? Also 8.5. Okay, so, these aren't even nature, by the way. Okay, I'm just gonna use broadsides for now here, right? And see if that'll be good enough. And if it isn't, then oh well. Just wasted one, my bad. I just wasted a broadside. Get that back. Cool, and yeah, I honestly don't think we need to actually set up much more. Oh, I do like adding some structural support as well to these things, just to make sure. I mean, like, you never know what can go wrong, right? So adding some structural supports like so, making sure this is all upgraded. Perfect. And I honestly believe we can just make do with this defense. I don't think I need to add anything else. I guess for some extra coverage I can put like some floor spikes here in these directions. These should be metal. I don't know why I'm building out of stone, but whatever. Just to slow them down when the moment they start getting through. So yeah, this is a really like basic defense. I would do this defense if I had like a squad, but we're doing it just by ourselves, right? So keep that in mind. The floor spikes are just good for slowing them down, and because we are doing damage build and we don't have Ice King to slow them down, then getting the initial slowdown effect from the floor spikes here would be pretty nice. So yeah, one last couple touches. Yeah, upgrade the roof a bit as well, and I am gonna put a single defender in here, a sniper defender. My obliterators are only water right now because I just did a fire mission, so it's whatever. But the water should still be good enough against like Flinger Husk, and of course anti-air traps along with this for lobbers. And perfect. I think we are more than able to start the defense. One tip as well, and I'm gonna do it really quickly. I'm gonna shoot the balloon and put the base down. I'm gonna do this really fast so that I'm just like, okay, right? So we're gonna shoot this, right? And wall. Get my wall spikes. My wall spikes have this 6 perk where it heals attached building, right? Put the base in the middle. And perfect. Okay, cool. And then just we're gonna seal this off. So yeah, the 6 perk there is supposed to help us. Wait. Why is my 6 perk not activating? Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's supposed to help us just heal the wall over time. And as you can see, I'm getting like permanent rock and rip, as you can tell. Right now we just have some basic husks. We don't have any like actual big husks to worry about, like mist monsters or flingers. But the vacuum tube bow, as you can tell, is doing excellent at taking care of these guys. And yeah, we just have rock and rip. Okay, my aim is just terrible, I guess. I mean, like we're one-shotting the Huskies as a constructor with Totally Rockin Out, which is pretty nice, right? Dude, my aim just sucks, doesn't it? Wow, I feel embarrassed even showing that on camera, but whatever. Uh, but yeah, like all of the little husks they just get clobbered by the electric fields and the broadsides, right? So we're just permanently getting Rock and Rip active, which is kind of nice. But yeah, this is also a really simple build, and honestly, looking back at it, I don't think I even need Mega Base for this build. Um, I would actually go back on this damage build and not even include Mega Base, and just include another damage modification like Ramirez or the Skull Trooper. Okay, Flinger. Okay, let's lock in now, guys. Flingers, lobbers. Okay, hold up. Let's not get too comfy. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the banner down, because of the reduced cooldown they got, and we just one-shot a Flinger. That is so good. Almost one-shot that guy. This Flinger is over here. Cool, we got them. So yeah, Flingers, I get really terrified of Flingers. They are really annoying to deal with. Okay, there is some husks that they threw up here. Okay, and the storm is changing direction. So storm is changing direction, so gotta keep that in mind. Another Flinger over here. Lobbers, cool. So now it's coming in from these two angles, so we gotta pay attention to what's going on over here. They're probably gonna drop down, and yeah, okay, so Flingers, more Flingers. Well, we don't have Rock and Rip activated, so it takes a bit longer to kill those Flingers. Perfect. And what about on this side? Okay, I think there's a Flinger over here that is getting blocked by the tornado. Yeah, I see him over there. Almost one-shot him. Another one over there. Perfect. More Flingers. Take care of them. Lobbers. I just shot loot. Nice. We got Rock and Rip active as well. Also, Power-Based Nox is also really good for, I guess, dealing with the lobber spam a little bit. Really good dealing with lobber spam because of the healing over time that he gives our structure. Is there more lobbers, or did I get them? Is there one like behind this tree? Okay, I actually have to step out. Okay, I literally couldn't see that lobber. It was like hiding behind the tree. There's one over there though. Got her. Nice. Okay, now the blasters are a bit annoying if you don't have any cover to hide behind. But with Rock and Riff, we should get healing over time with Totally Rockin Out. Nice. So, here, this guy. Some more lobber over here. Took care of her. Another one over here. Took care of her. Not perfect. Nice. Great. Okay. So no smashers yet. Keyword yet, or even sploders. But we did just deal with a pretty big Flinger wave. I haven't used my slow field once because I don't think I had the opportunity, like a good opportunity to actually make good value of it. But if we start seeing some more sploders or smashers, then I probably will have to. The mini boss is spawning soon on file 10 is when the mini boss starts to spawn on retrieved data. So keep that in mind. I might have to say my slow kill for that guy probably. There's another lobber. I can't. Okay, right here. Took care of her. Storm rotated again. Now it's coming from this western direction and over here in the east as well. And yeah, it seems like the block ops work. They're not really okay. Sploder waves. So this is what I was concerned of. Sploders can easily mess up a defense. So I'm getting no crits unfortunately because Rock and Riff is inactive. But now we are finally critting a little bit. There's probably sploders on this side too. Yeah, one there in the water. Nurses as well. Nurses are also really annoying to handle, but make sure that you always prioritize killing those nurses. And the mini boss should be spawning soon. Well, on file 10. So the other thing about mini bosses, right, is that in these missions, 160 4 players, they are kind of a bitch to take care of. I have a hard time killing them, but maybe with the black drum, we might be able to actually kill this mini boss. Yeah, I'll put the slow field here where the mini boss is at, and we're gonna be using the black drum. And yeah, it's just cleaving through this mini boss. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is also a fire boss, right? And I have a water pot shot, but I'm just also showcasing how insane the black drum is right now if you have not been using it. So yeah, we just took care of an entire 164 player mini boss husk with the black drum there, which is a bit ridiculous, admittedly, but hey, we did it. The structures are taking a bit damage, but they're not too damaged. But yeah, I mean, I did notice the damage that we were doing against the flingers earlier, which is pretty good. Uh, and even with the healing death burst, we are still doing some good damage against these bigger targets, which is nice. I am a bit impressed that, or surprised that we haven't seen a single smasher yet. That is news to me. So we got a bunch of these zappers and blasters, but yeah, we just one-shot that guy with the bow, which is pretty good. Rockin' Riff is very active, and of course, if we're just shooting into them like this, just groups of them, then yeah, Rockin' Riff's gonna get activated consistently again. There's a smasher. There we go. Oh, but there was one right here as well. So Rockin' Riff is active right now. And yeah, we're just doing some insanely good damage against the Smasher, and then that Smasher's gonna get tar pitted, Rockin' Riff activated again. I'll leave my traps to handle that Smasher, but this Smasher over here is getting cleaved through with our bow. We just did so much damage against that Smasher. Is this Smasher still causing a ruckus? I don't think so, but we are gonna put the banner down because a lot of Smashers are coming from this angle. And like so. Just use Vacuum Tube Bow repeatedly, cleaves through these Huskies as well with Rockin' Riff, and yeah, perfect, man. With the Rockin' Riff and just the bow being amazing, it's just great. Now from this angle, there are a lot of other Smashers as well, so I'll put the slow fuel down over here, slow him down. Make sure you also aim for the head if you can, for a bit of a damage boost. Right, there's a Smasher that charged into the wall over here, but we already are on the last file, guys, so that's pretty good. We got two Smashers here that are trying their damnedest to break through, but we're still killing them with just the bow. Like, no pot shot, no black drum, none of that. We're just using the Vacuum Tube Bow at its finest. This right Husky is pissing me off a little bit though, but I highly doubt these two Smashers are going to actually break through. We just keep getting Totally Rockin' Out over and over again from our traps killing all the husks. Okay, this wall is definitely dead. That's two profanes, but place it and it doesn't even matter. That entire time I was killing the Smashers, the traps took care of it, and our Vacuum Tube Bow just performed exceptionally. So yeah, that was the defense. 160 solo with a so-called like damage build. So yeah, if you guys liked what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I will take care of you guys later. Bye-bye.